and welcome to Black Hair in the Big Leagues, y'all. I'm your host, Salisha Thomas, and my heart is racing, y'all. I feel so excited tonight. On the line tonight, we've got Black Broadway excellence. Y'all, she made a splash on Broadway for her Broadway debut as Nina Simone in Soul Doctor. She performed alongside Gaudra McDonald, Brian Stokes Mitchell, Billy Porter, Adrienne Warren, and in Shuffle Along. She played and slayed as Peggy and Mariah Reynolds in Hamilton. She's done so many things, but what excites me and why I'm inspired by her is her work with the Broadway Advocacy Coalition, which she co-founded, as well as the Instagram account for Black Women on Broadway. Y'all, she's also a Howard University graduate. But what I find so special about her is I've not met her yet. Doing a deep dive and in getting ready for tonight, talking to her, I realized it took me seconds. It took me seconds before I fell in love with her personality and her soul, and listening to her voice. Oh, it does not take long before you realize she can't just sing. She's anointed. Y'all, please help me welcome Amber Iman.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Salisha. That was like the best introduction ever.
I mean, honestly, though, it's really not hard. You're amazing. I'm so I started this podcast not very long ago, and the first episode that aired was somebody who I look up to, Aisha Jackson. And when I asked her, who do you look up to? She said, you. I'm like,
I love Aisha. That's my little sis forever. I adore her. That was so sweet.
Honestly, she's amazing.
Yeah.
You're amazing. How are you today?
I guess we are recording this the night before election day.
Yes.
I was on the couch all day, if I'm honest. I just feel exhausted by everything. Everything is exhausting me. Yeah. And today I was like, let me just be gentle with myself. If my body says I need to lay down, then I'm just going to lay down. And I'm going to drink some water and lay down. So I'm okay. It's just an odd time. It's
honestly
time. Mm-hmm.
It really is. And I kind of feel the same way. It kind of feels like the calm before the storm. Today felt awkward. How I feel awkward in my own apartment.
I know. I have not left here, and I've just been like, what is going on? It just feels crazy. There's something in the atmosphere, in the air. I think they said the mercury just came out of the Powerade or the Gatorade or whatever.
Mercury.
Okay, whatever that means. Okay.
I have no idea what is about to happen tomorrow. I'm kind of holding on to this feeling of right now, anything could happen, but on the more optimistic scale.
Yeah, and then because of all the absentee ballot, we won't know tomorrow. That's the thing is this is also different than any other time because it's going to take a couple days to count all those ballots. So I don't even know what tomorrow is going to be. What can they say? How long is it going to take? Good gracious.
Wow. Just going to be breaking news for the next 48 hours.
We're all going to be on the pins and the needles for a week. We really are. It's insane.
And I feel like the scary part is it didn't even dawn on me. In my mind, I was like, okay, if so-and-so wins, we are all united. If so-and-so wins, we are all divided. But really, the country might be kind of crazy no matter.
Either way. Literally, either way. They will not be happy either way. Somebody's going to be mad. The fact that people are boarding up businesses, they're anticipating riots. They're anticipating people out in the streets losing their minds. So, God save us.
Oh, yeah. My mom texted me today. She was very concerned. She's like, I am not kidding. I am very serious. I need you to be safe tomorrow. I'm like, oh, God.
Yes, and when they get that motherly tone, you're like, oh, God, okay, yes, okay, sure.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so, Amber, one of the first things so I know that you are a thing, and I am so excited about all of the things, but you came into my sphere of who is that in particular for me this summer. So shit hit the fan when George Floyd was murdered, right? Broadway Advocacy Coalition freaking stepped up to the plate and took the reins and took the lead, and everybody followed suit. Amber, this 3-day conference that y'all put on, everybody came. All the white people were there. All the black people.
Everyone, the whites pulled up. It was insane. When we saw those numbers, like 5,000 people, 25,000, all of the whites. I was like, what is going on?
Okay, my first question is, who called who saying, okay, we need to do this and we're doing this?
So first of all, that's the crazy thing is, I am a troublemaker, a fire starter, but it's always unintentional. I promise you, this was not. I called Britain and I said, what are we going to say or what are we going to post? I literally, and I mean it in every sense of the word, I literally meant we need an Instagram post just because we hadn't posted in a while. Now, we're not an organization that has to post Black Lives Matter because like, we're not like the white people who we need a black square. Like, y'all know why we were founded. We were founded by Black people. Get out of my face. So it wasn't like we need to post a solidarity post, but just something so that people know we're still active because we had moved away from Broadway. We'd started working more in the community. And I was like, just so people remember who we are, where we came from, we're not new to this, we're true to this. Let's just post something. And Britain is the president. And so I always want to check in with him. And I was like, so yeah, let's talk about what we're going to say, what we're going to blah, blah, blah. I'm just putting this in your ear, just a little something, something. I did not intend.
Oh my gosh.
I did not. But I mean, as soon as we started talking about it, I was like, God dang it. Okay. It made sense. It was the right thing to do. But again, just like 4 years ago, Broadway for Black Lives Matter, it was not my intention to start a whole thing. It was just like, I'm tired of silence and no one speaking up and we need to do something. So yeah.
That's the thing. Y'all weren't founded this summer. Y'all were founded in 2016. Y'all been doing work. Yeah. But this stuff, everybody was on their couch with no job to go to. Everyone had to sit with, oh, this has been happening. You're like, yes, this has been happening for so long. So I'm wondering, because I was on my side of the computer screen with my mute button on, with my camera off, safe and sound in my home, and I was still scared during this conference because things were being said that I'm like, oh my goodness, these are things that I've always known, but we don't say this in front of non-Black people. Were you scared, Amber? Or was this like...
I was not supposed to be on the panel. First of all,
Really?
On everything I love. I was supposed to be in attendance. I helped organize it. And I think the day before, one of my good sister friends, she dropped out because of fear. She was like, y'all, whoa, I'm not ready. I don't think I'm in a place where I can share. And everybody was like, Amber. And I said, God damn it. Like, shoot. I did not want to do it. And so, I had planned to be in my onesie. I had planned to be eating my Doritos and drinking my Coca-Cola, like just cheering everybody on because we've done it. We've been through the trenches, the 2 weeks it took to plan it. Like, we're finally here. I just want to sit back and watch the numbers climb and watch why people be real scared.
In the comment section,
right,
was lit. The comments were lit.
When they asked me, they were like, Amber, last minute, would you mind? I can't say no. But I also was like, but I don't want to do this. That's the thing is like, nobody wants to do this work. Like, we don't want to be activists. This is out of need. This is because we keep messing up. So I was sitting there and we were on that panel and I can't remember the question that was asked, but I was like, okay, here we go.
Here we go.
And here we go. Daniel Watts and Cody and I, we were all speaking the same language. Like, this is day one and we got to come out guns blazing, we have to be open and honest. Like, we can't sit up here and pretend. Like, no, let's tell the real story. So I was scared.
Okay.
Yes. Because the thing is, like, I can see the names of the people. Like, I know who's in this room. Like,
yes, these were big names, producers
who green light. These are the people who I'm gonna have to walk into an audition room with them at some point when the world opens back up. So part of you has that fear of like, oh, will I be blacklisted? Oh, will my career be over? And then there's the other part that's like, first of all, I serve a God who is more powerful than you will ever be. And what is mine will not pass me. But also, if
Yes.
I speak the truth and you don't want to hire me, I probably don't want to work with you. Like, I don't want to
There
work
it
with
is.
anybody who's going to penalize me for telling the truth. I'm not out here selling that the sky is red and the earth is purple. Like, I'm just literally out here telling the truth. And if that it scares you, to the left, to the left. I don't want to be a part of anything that you're doing. So I was like,
Wow.
all right, here we go.
Wow. And it was powerful, like, literally, even just thinking about it, I was like this half the time, like,
Yeah.
like, looking around, and there was no one in the
No
room
one
with me. I
there,
was
but
like,
still, just like,
"Are
yeah,
we doing this? Are we saying this? Are we doing this?"
yeah, we
But,
did.
like, it was a whole lot of truth, though,
Yeah.
so it's like it's one of those things that it's like, this is so scary, but also, y'all, this is what we've been kinda silent about for, like, a long time.
Hmm.
It's a real thing, and I didn't like, I remember my dad telling me when I was little, like, "Hey, this is a thing. Not every white person is like this, but just know that it's a thing, and also, we don't talk about it."
Right.
Like, like, these are the people with all the jobs. If you wanna be a part of the club, you have to give them what they want, and if you don't, you won't be a part of the club. You won't be a part, and so, kind of with that in the back of my mind, it's always been like, all right, I know this is a thing. Was that a microaggression? I'm not
Hmm.
really sure. But let me keep my mouth shut so that no one feels threatened by my blackness, by all of the things.
Hmm. That's so real. That's so real.
And now I kind of feel like, okay, it's a new day, but it's still like, it's still scary. And like you said, it's not like, oh, I want to be an activist. It's like, no, it's out of, we need,
We just all want to go to work. Like, we just all want to show up in a space that's safe and equitable. Like that. Ain't nobody want to do this. Like, I think people think we get joy out of it. Like, this is not anything that we want to do. We set out to do. It's literally out of necessity. It's literally out of exhaustion. We're so tired. The burden that we have to walk into the room with all of this on our shoulders. We're carrying the whole race. We're representing our people. It's too much. Time is up for that. I just want to go to work and tell a story like the white people get to do. Can I just do that?
right. And I have a question for you. So when you do go in to, like, when you were in rehearsals for a Hamilton or rehearsals for Shuffle Along, I wonder if it was like this. But well, actually, yeah, I'm gonna just ask: have you ever walked in? And maybe not those shows. I know you've done so much. Have you ever walked into white spaces and felt like you needed to change who you were at all, or are you always like, this is it? Like I have my dreads, or I have my locks, or I have my natural hair. Have you ever like not done that on purpose because of who was gonna be in the room?
Well, I when I think back, like I on that panel, I told the story about the room that I walked into, and the stage manager, grabbed my hair and said it was wild, and asked if I needed a brush, and I hadn't really thought about that or operated in that space before that. Like, I went to Howard University. I'm from Atlanta. I'm black as hell. Like, I
Right.
mean, I had natural hair. I had perms. I had braids, weaves, wigs, whatever. I did all of it. And it wasn't until that moment that I remember the day after that, I woke up and I was like, oh, should I straighten my hair? Should I wear a wig? Should I wear a baseball cap? Because I don't want anybody to bother me. Like, I just want to be able to do my work. And if my hair is a distraction, then I need to figure out what to do to stop the distraction. I had never thought about how to show up in a room until after that. And then it was always like first days. Like, the first day I show up to rehearsal, how am I going to show up? Because it kind of like sets the tone. Like, am I going to show up with my hair out in a fro? And a lot of times for me, it depends on the show. Like, if I know I'm doing a black musical, if I know I'm
Right.
doing something with all black people, oh, well, let's go. How
Let's
black
go.
can I be? Can I wear I'm room for everybody black sweatshirt? Like, can I wear my African earrings, my door knockers, like Wakanda forever? And if I know I'm about to be a token, I'm like, you know what? It's literally, I just don't want nobody white to say nothing dumb to me. It's
Ooh.
not even like, it's not like, oh, I need to show up differently. It's like, I don't want to hear y'all say something stupid. We all know, one of my friends, Crystalline, she did the beginning of a workshop or something like with her hair braided, and it's like, I gotta take my braids out. And it's like, ugh, I gotta walk in here after 3 weeks of braids with my fro, and I know everybody gonna say something ignorant. It's like, those are the things that white people don't realize. We're at home like, God dang it, I gotta take these braids out.
Dang it.
No one thinks about those things, but we have those moments where you look at the cash sheet, you look at who's gonna be in the room, who's gonna be behind the table, you know what you know about them from hearing about them, and it does kind of inform how I decide to dress, what I decide to do with my hair. I never thought about it until that incident. And then as time has passed, I don't care. I don't care. And I don't care who's in the room. I don't care what color they are. If I feel like rocking a fro, it's going to be a fro. If I have a wig on Monday and a weave on Tuesday and cornrows on Wednesday, it is what it is. And you'll do it.
Okay, so one of the things that you just said, you mentioned, if I walk into a room, is it going to be distracting? And I find that like terminology really interesting to me, because my thought isn't like, is it distracting? My thought, back in the day at least, I'm like embracing my natural hair finally. But back in the day, my thought was, will they think I'm ugly? And you say distracting, and it makes me feel like you are this confident Black woman who is empowered. And from where I'm standing, from where I'm sitting, it seems like everything that I know about you has just always been that is who you are, Amber Iman. And I'm wondering, like, you're shaking your head no, like, you can tell me, like, why is that not true, or where did that come from? Like, break it down.
I try to like pinpoint a moment. I remember like high school. I remember, so growing up, my mother's an actress. My mother's from Brooklyn, New York. She's very Black. My father's from South Carolina. Everybody's Black. And I grew up on the south side of Atlanta, went to Black schools. Everybody was Black, Black, Black. And then I went to the white people's high school. And I'm sure that's where the tides turned. And that's actually where I got my first perm. Not because I was going to the white people's high school, but my mother got a show. She was on a TV series in Florida. And so I was starting a brand new school on the white side of town, had to get on a bus way early in the morning, and was kind of by myself. And she didn't want me to have to struggle with my hair because I got thick 4Q West African thickness. And
not 4Q?
I don't know what she is. I don't have that. I have Q. When you brush my hair, it says mbele, mbele. So she just didn't want me to have, like, on top of high school, new school, traveling, she didn't want me in the morning, like, trying to figure out my hair. So I got a perm. So I'm in the white people's school, I have a perm, and I'm just, like, assimilating into whiteness. And I remember when it was 4 years later, it was time for me to go to school, like college, she started talking about Howard, and I was like, who goes to a Black school? That sounds like really lit. And I was like, I'm going to Northwestern with my best white girlfriend, Kate. Like, she and I were going to be like double majors, and we were going to go like to Northwestern. And my mom at some point slapped somebody's sense into me. I don't remember how. I think we visited Howard for a weekend. And I was like, oh, okay, I get it. And then Howard was like, a culture shock. It's so odd because I grew up around everything Black, but those 4 years in high school really kind of messed me up.
Got it. Yeah.
Howard, where it's like the Blackest of Black, where I'm seeing Black men on the yard in suits and briefcases. And like, I never forget my first event at Howard was like a pep rally or something. And it started with them playing Lift Every Voice and Sing, and everybody stood up and put their fists in the air. And I was like, oh, we Black.
We are Black AF.
So it was like, then I went through a whole nother like shift in Blackness. And at Howard, I was trying to figure myself out. I still had a perm. I kind of wanted to go natural, but I didn't really know how. And I was scared. So I had my perm all through Howard. And then I came out and I moved to Atlanta. And Atlanta at the time was trying to be a young Miami. Like, it was all about weave down to your butt and the like herbe léger, like them skin tight dresses. And so I was like, okay, well, I need to do that because I need to be cute. And I will never forget, like, me and my friends would go out to the club because we're 21, we're 22, and we're cute. And I got my weave and I got my dress, and I walk into the club and the Jews are like, hey, hey. And I'm like, and then like 2 weeks later, I need to, give my edges a rest. So my natural is in, same beat, same dress, natural hair. I walk into the club and it's crickets and tumbleweed. And I'm like, oh, the boys must all have the flu today. Like, they don't, something's wrong. So then 2 weeks later, weave is back in, same beat, same cute, go back in the club. The the boys are all on me. And it took me a while to be like,
Ah.
oh, they're falling in love with the weave. It was an image. The
Oh.
dress with the chocolate skin, but with the weave, it made me look a different way or feel a different way. And it started like affecting me. Like I would start planning outings and trips around my weave. Like I can't go out with y'all on Tuesday because I'm not getting with my weave till Wednesday, but we can go out on Thursday. Like I
Yeah.
didn't want to be seen until I had the full look. And it became exhausting trying to plan my social calendar and life around a weave.
Wow.
And I just remember one day, I just was like, I can't do this anymore. And I literally prayed. I was like, God, I want you to get me to a space where I can wake up and be happy with what I naturally have. My natural lashes, my natural nails, my natural hair. Like what you have given me, I want to get to a place where that is enough. And I didn't do like a big chop. I just stopped getting perms. I stopped getting weaves. That was in 2010. And it was so like awkward. And like my hair was so short. I didn't know what to do
Yeah.
with it. I wanted my hair to look like Tracy Ellis Ross's. I bought all her products. I followed her YouTube videos. My hair didn't look like hers. I said, she's a fraud. It's
Oh.
working. I didn't realize that her hair looked like that because her mama's black and her daddy's white. Nobody told
Right.
me.
Right.
She said use these 3 products and do a twist out. I did it. I don't look like her.
It's so real.
It was this whole journey of figuring out how to just be. Like that's the thing is so many Black women just don't even know how to be ourselves because everything about us has been told is distracting. It's not right. It's not cute. I never forget. I was like 1 or 2 years in to my natural journey. So my hair, I was starting to figure it out. Still wasn't as cute as I felt with my weaves, but I was like, I'm gonna stay the course. I went to Target because you know they love to have a Black girl product.
Yes, they do.
Black girl product, and there was this Black woman weaved down to her butt, and she was standing staring at the Shea Moisture products, and I could tell the fear. She just looked. She was shaken, and I said, like, sis, you need any help? And she was like, I've never seen my natural hair and I just had a daughter and like, I kind of want to help empower her, but like, I don't really want to take out my weave because I'm not going to be pretty. Like this is me. Like, this is my look. This is my thing. Like, I'm getting emotional.
Wow.
But to see like a grown Black woman afraid to take out her weave because she was like, I'm not gonna be cute. She knew. It wasn't optimism. She was like, I'm gonna take this out and I'm gonna look a mess. And I'm not gonna know what to do with my hair. And like, I want to feel good about myself. And I was like, okay, I don't even remember what I was in there for, but I was like, fuck it, I gotta help sis. So I was like, have you ever seen your hair? Do you know? She was like, I see it once every 6 months when I take it out, wash it and put the weave back in. I was like, okay, well, whose hair does it look like? So I'm trying to figure out her curl pattern, trying to offer her, like, these are the YouTube girls I follow.
Wow.
Like, just trying to help a Black woman embrace who she is. It was so heartbreaking. And I know how many Black women suffer with that because we get used to a look. I love the way I look with that weave down to my butt. I felt so sexy. I felt attractive.
Yes.
Men responded to that. They did not respond to my natural hair. So it's so easy to fall in love with this image that is not you because the world tells you that you is the you that you should be.
Right.
So I was not confident. I just kept doing it, kept trying it. And I wanted to be what I call an out natural. I didn't want to be a hidden natural. Because I know a lot of women.
What is that?
A lot of women who are natural, but you never see their hair. Like they just wear braids or twists, but they never actually wear their hair out. And I was like, I don't want to be that. I want to try and embrace my hair. I want to try and learn how to do it. So how many videos, how many YouTubes, how many things can I find? So the confidence thing, girl, I'm still not there. To be honest, there's some days where I wake up and I'm like, I'm just going to perm it. Because it is so, it's so hard, but it's also beautiful. Like there are days when I can say, I feel really good with my hair the way it is. It's a lot of unlearning that has had to happen for me. I remember doing Hamilton, and I remember we were going to sing the national anthem at Game 5. We found out we were doing it, and the first thought was, I got to straighten my hair. Like, naturally, if it's an event, I'm going to be seen publicly in front of thousands of people. My hair needs to be straight.
That's how I was raised, too.
That's how we were raised. The pain of that from childhood, I would go visit my family in the South, and my mom, she would let me run around with my braids and my twists, and my aunt would pull her every Saturday and say, now, if you're going to church with us in the morning, you know you got to straighten her hair. She was saying, like, that is not acceptable. when we go to church, if you're being seen with me, she can't have her nappy hair like that. That was ingrained in us from childhood.
Yeah.
So as a 30-year-old woman, like I still have to, it's a red carpet, it's a so-and-so, and my naturally, let me straighten. And it's like, it is hard to say, no, I'm going to show up with my pineapple. I'm going to show up with my braids, with my teeth out. Like, people don't understand. It's a daily mantra. It's a daily, like, I am beautiful. It's a daily, like, it's raining. I'm scared. My hair ain't going to do what I need it to do.
Right.
It's,
I was just thinking not the other day, but like this summer, especially with everything going on, I'm like, I wish I had the confidence to show up to the Tony Awards with my afro. Like, and I think after everything, I think I might be able to get there sooner than later.
Yes, and people don't understand because it's also like, for artists especially, like what people forget is like the Tonys is like, it's a lot of things. Like if you gotta perform, you gotta put on a wig and then you gotta take the wig out. And so it's like, sometimes you want to wear an afro, but you're like, me trying to wear an afro to the Tonys, like with all I have to do that day, might not even work. Like we don't even really get the opportunity to embrace it because of the lifestyle that we have.
Right.
Girl, the way every time, I'm like, you know what, next Tonys, we're going to figure, even if I got to wear an afro wig.
Right. Right. It counts. It honestly counts.
Because I want to see that on the red carpet. I want to see someone
Me
out
too.
There.
I want to be blackety black, black. In a gown, because in my head, like you said, it's like anytime there is an occasion, it is time to straighten it. It's time to, well, now I would like to be at the place where it's an occasion. Yeah. Let me wear my texture.
Why people don't have to think about that? That is a us thing. It's like, how am I going to show up at this event? Because what message am I trying to send? And what am I? It's so much work. It's so much emotional labor. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. So, like, my favorite part of the pandemic is seeing all the Broadway girls with their protective styles. Everybody got a braid. Everybody got a faux lock. Everybody got a cornrow. Black girls are living their best lives. We ain't got no wig caps. We ain't got to worry about no bobby pins.
Not a wig cap in sight.
Thriving. It is so beautiful. We all have
Right. I'm like, should I throw my wigs away? Because I still have a bucket of wigs in my closet. But
keep the wigs. Don't throw them.
Just in case.
Okay, will ask for a certain feel, or you might just be like, I don't feel like doing my hair today. You know what I mean? So don't throw them out.
True.
But it's the intention of how we use them. Like if it's like, oh, today I just feel like being long and free and flowy. That's a thing. But it's not. I feel pressure to show up long, free, and flowy.
Absolutely. And I love that I want to, especially with this podcast, I want to encourage, like, we are versatile. If we want to wear our hair straight, if you want to get the perm, if you want to get your hair straightened, you want to get the weave, locks, cornrows,
all of it,
natural, all of it. And like your hair, is it locked right now?
These are faux locks that I've had in for like 3 months. I love them. I always say this is the closest I feel to white privilege, because I can get up in the morning and I'm like, oh my God, I'm ready to go. Like this is what the white girls feel. They're just like, oh,
I'm ready to go.
Oh, but I'm there. Like listen, I'm gonna keep these locks until it's time to not have them no more. Like if I don't have to do my hair and can sweat and work out and not be afraid and then have to do a self-tape, and it is so luxurious to not have to worry about it.
It really is. Do you prefer when you're in a show to be wigged or to not be wigged?
Wig me down, because I had that 4Q hair. I work
4Q.
With 4Q. I'm telling you, I work out a lot, and my hair does not. If I think too hard, I start sweating in my hair. If I blink too fast, I sweat in my hair.
Shut up!
My hair does not hold a style. My hair is angry, so it just does not make sense for me to attempt a style at all. Like I don't even. They be like, "Oh, so we were wondering about your hair." Don't wonder. Wig it.
Don't wonder. Okay, so when you are wigged, what? And I'm sure this changes a lot. So you can pick one or tell me all of them. I don't care. What's your wig prep?
So I like to talk about Hamilton because that was the longest I ever did a show, 14 months. I love to go to the African hair braiding salon and just let them do a hard cornrow with some added hair so that my hair is protected, because I can keep those cornrows in for about a month.
Oh.
And then like I wash my cornrows, like I keep it real cute. But I just like to put a wig on. Like I have at least 4 or 5 wigs in rotation.
Right.
And after the show, take a wig off, put another wig on. I can go out and take pictures and feel cute. I don't
I've
feel
absolutely
limited by my hair. But yeah, I've never tried I think Sencon Sengbus told me, like, girl, next time you do a show, when you go to your wig fitting, have your weave in, or have your locks in, or have your braids in. So they got a
there's more room.
I never thought about that. And she said, oh, girl, doing Motown? Oh, yes, honey. She's like, I got 3 weaves under here. And I just, I'm always afraid to show up to the wig fitting, not like down.
Right.
I was like, no, the white people don't have to worry about that. Show
Right.
how you want to be. And I was like, so next time I'm
Right.
definitely going to.
It's like newbie mistake, especially like in terms of for my fittings, I'm always like, oh, let me make sure I don't eat the Chipotle. I want to be snatched. No, newbie, because you want to be as big as possible.
You went to Hamilton, sis. I was like, I'm just telling y'all, wardrobe, my goal is to not even look like this by the time this is over. They got tired of taking my costumes in. They used to hang my bras as a garland because I went down so many cup sizes. They would just be like, I went from like an E to a B over that 14 months, and I just bras. Like they were buying bras. They were taking me in. I got to a point, they were like, sis, if you lose any more weight, we have to build you a new costume.
Well, wait, that's a pretty amazing because I was coming from the other side of it of being like, you're in a show, I'm going to gain 10 pounds. But your fitness journey has been pretty freaking fierce.
Yes, ma'am.
So, hand clap for that. How the heck? How, like that? I was like, star.
It was because I was like, when will I ever have this much consistency and this much security? Like, I know for the next 14 months where my paycheck is coming from. I know I'm getting paid every week. And we're out in California, first of all, where everybody licks lettuce and drinks kale, period. So I'm like, let me take advantage. When we got to LA, I lived above a Soul Cycle and a Barry's Boot Camp. I was like, okay, game over. Like, let's just see how far you can go. And I just really, I don't have an obsession with like size. I want to be strong in whatever that looks like.
You look strong.
I want to be fit. I want to be able to run for the A train and not be out of breath. Like, I want practical things. If an action movie calls tomorrow, I don't want to be like, oh,
I'm not ready.
Maybe I need to eat a little more broccoli and chicken, a little less, French fries. But it won't be like, I can't do this. It's impossible. So yeah, it's just been a fitness journey and a like strength journey for me. But yeah, girl,
you look so bomb. And I feel like when you feel good, it really like reflects in at least for me, when I'm like fierce and like fit, I'm extra confident and
yes.
You can't tell me nothing.
Yeah.
I do wonder, and what do you think about this? And you did touch on it a little bit. Could it possibly be the same for hair or nah? And by that, I mean, when I wear my hair straight, I feel a certain way. And so because I feel a certain way, people react differently to me. Or is it I have my hair like this and I see people's reactions, so I feel different? Which do you, chicken or the egg?
I honestly think it's a combination of both. I can't remember. I have this video on my phone where I don't remember what I was doing, but I needed to wear this straight wig. And I had my face beat, I had my outfit, and I put the wig on, and I was like, what is it about straight hair that just suddenly I feel like I'm just like, damn it. Like about this wig. Like 2 minutes ago, same outfit, same beat, my hair was out, and I mean, I was cute, but like, I put on these inches, and like, I'm feeling myself.
You can't tell me nothing.
And I'm like, okay, I'm in my apartment by myself. No one has looked at me differently. Something about it, I look at myself differently. And I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I know the feeling of going out into the world and having men feel differently or men approach me. I know what that is.
Yes.
So that's why I'm like, I think I don't know where it comes from.
What if it's like, have you seen Bad Hair on Hulu?
I have. I'm not finished it yet, but I have started.
Okay, I won't say. But like, if like hair has a spirit or something, like when my hair is natural, I feel kind of like I'm fun, I'm cool. And when my hair is straight, I'm like, I am sexy, I'm fierce.
That is how we've been conditioned, because that's all the girls in the videos who are like, oh, I'm in the shower. I think is from outward. That is from external. Because nobody is ever in the rain in like an afro. Everybody in the rain with their hair. Everybody got a wet to be weave in the rain. Like,
What's in the rain in an
I
afro?
need to see a black woman in a movie just being real sexy in the rain, but she got a whole fro. That I think will reset it for us. We need that. We need that.
Honestly, okay, and maybe you'll be the first because can we talk about this short film that you wrote, starred in, what else? Produced, directed, probably like all these things. Award-winning short film called Steve, which I was looking so hard to find it. Is it not available for the public? Like,
So I can send you the link. It's because we submitted to film festivals, and film festivals have like rules when you submit. Like
so it can't be like on
it
YouTube
can't be
for
on
the public.
YouTube, but if anyone wants to see it, I always just like I'll just text it to you and you can watch it. Yeah, I'll show it. I'll send it to you.
I'm so like I think it's weird for me to say I'm proud of you because first of all I just met you tonight,
Oh, that's okay.
and
I appreciate
but
that.
but I'm just kind of like, wow, go girl,
Yeah.
that's
Thank
amazing.
you. And that was so funny because it was another like hair moment. Like I'm doing a 3-day shoot. I shot it. I wrote it, executive produced it. I'm starring in it. I don't have enough money for like hair and makeup, so I'm doing my own hair and makeup. And I was like, for continuity reasons, like it has to make sense. So I was like, I wanted to wear my hair naturally. And in the back of my mind was like, how can I maintain this? But like it was important to me. In my first endeavor, in my first film, it was like, I want my hair to be natural and I want my pineapple. And every night, like we would wrap at a ridiculous hour and I would just want to fall out and go to sleep. And I was like, I got to twist this hair because I got to be cute. So like I maintained it myself. And when I watch it now, I'm so proud that I made the choice to have my natural hair out because it felt right. It just really represented me in my best self.
The pictures that I saw, because I haven't seen it yet, I do hope that you send it to me. You do look great,
Thank
and
you.
you do, and I'm so just like it's inspiring, and it's a reminder, especially Amber, anytime because people are looking at you, people are watching you. Anytime that you do anything, anything, it is giving other people permission to do the same. It is giving you're trailblazing. You're making a path and being like, "Hey guys, I did this. It's possible." Like
Yeah.
you don't need my permission,
Yeah.
but like if you did, guess what? Like go forth.
And I think there's so many other women who I saw it who inspired me. Like I think back to Issa Rae and Awkward Black Girl when it was on YouTube. Like I
Oh my
remember
gosh.
Issa had that short afro and like she was just a black girl being black. And it wasn't her hair wasn't straightened. She didn't have no weave down to her butt. She was being like a girl who I wanted to be like. There's so many black women who I saw that I think subliminally empowered me. So I was like, well, now it's my turn. Well, I got to show up the way they showed up for me. So I got to make sure my hair looks a way that, I feel is like, this is who, because in my everyday, I am in my natural hair. Like I am rarely in straight hair. Like when I go get it trimmed or whatever, sure. But like I walk around in my naturalness. It's taken me a long time to get here to this place where I embrace it, but I'm here. So this is who I am. This is a part of who I am. And I want to make sure that I represent myself in a way that is authentic and is genuine to who I am and how I move in the world. So it's a challenge.
I mean,
But I think when you look back, there's a I feel proud. I do. Even amidst like, oh girl, I want to pull it out. I want to straighten it. I want to trim it. But there's like, I'm proud of myself because I persevere because it's not easy at all. It really isn't.
yeah. And also, okay, a couple more questions and then I'll get you out of here. When you do show up to set for doing a gig, not your short, but other things that you've done, I just want to know, like, are there usually people, hair and makeup there that you do trust to do your hair?
I was on an episode of High Maintenance and I had a weave. And I remember like before I got there, I washed it.
You did all the work.
I laid my edges down. I showed up with the scarf around the edges like hair is fine. Like you don't need to do anything, sis. Just be this face. I have my Prostalgia. I have my toothbrush. I don't need I have not been in a position where I have been free and been like, oh yeah, everybody know. When I think about no, I have not. And
that's one thing.
Yeah, hopefully that will change in the future. But no, I have not been in that space yet.
Right? I don't think I have either. It's like I got my wig prep, but just put a wig on me, or I'll just do it myself, or I'll go get it done before I go.
Where I see it the most is a lot of galas. I do a lot of galas, and they always say, we will have glam on site. And I do this thing. It's like a trick. I just do the thing where I walk into the hair and makeup or glam suite looking for bobby pins. And what I'm doing is I'm looking at who's in the room. Like, I'm like, hello, oh my God, hi, everybody. I just want to know, does anybody have bobby pins? And that lets me see who is in the makeup chair, who is in the hair chair. If it's 17 white men, I'm like, I don't need this. And I get my bobby pins. Everyone thinks I'm a really nice because I've spoken and I've said hello. But that was literally me just checking out the hair and makeup room. That was me checking out the glam suite. It's my bobby pin trick. Every time they're like, glam is here, I'm like, oh, let me get some bobby pins and then I'll know. Yeah, maybe later. No. I just go.
Are y'all listening to this?
Like, I don't want to feel bad. Like, I don't want them to know. So I'm like, how can I go in there and get something? And they think I really can. I just get 3 bobby pins.
And there it is. One other question. For your dreads, because I've not asked anybody this who's come on the show and had dreads. What's the upkeep? How do you take care of it? What does that look like? Because if I got dreads tonight, I would have no idea where to start.
I wash them once or twice a week. I love to keep my scalp moisturized. I live for a castor oil, just a scalp conditioner. I try to sleep with it wrapped in some kind of way. Sometimes I'm lazy and I don't. To keep the edges refreshed, I love to take a little edge control. And once the new growth is coming in, I'll retwist them and put a little gel in the edge around so they look really fresh. It's honestly just really easy. I just am always like, let me keep my scalp moisturized. Let me make sure I still have all my edges when I'm done.
Right.
So not a lot of pulling tight of them. I'll let them just be up here, in a thing. So there's no tension around my edges. Just easy. Just keeping it clean, keeping it moisturized. I can only do things that I know how to maintain. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's a little bit too complicated, I'm like, I'm not going to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a pipe dream.
Girl.
All right. I think this is going to be the last question. What are you hoping for when Broadway does come back eventually? What are you hoping that we walk into? What do you think?
I just hope. I feel like my hope has to be realistic. Right. I'm not I don't want to say I'm not expecting much. Let me not say that. But the reality of it is, it's not that all hearts and minds have changed. It's not that white people suddenly get it. It's that a lot of them just don't want to be called out. The work that I'm doing now, I see white people throwing money at the problem. People are just signing checks and they're having diversity trainings that aren't diversity trainings because I see who's leading the diversity training. And it's you can't have your diversity training led by an Asian woman who does not work in theater. Wow. She doesn't know anything about the struggle. She doesn't work in theater. She's not Black. What is she telling you? A lot of these producers are still doing what white men do, which is protecting each other. We're not going to have anyone lead us who will challenge us or call us out. We will have someone who will give us the information safely, where we don't feel like we're being attacked. We don't feel like anyone thinks that we're racist or is calling us racist. So they're coddling each other. They're protecting each other. And so now that I know that this is what the diversity trainings look like, I'm like, they're not learning anything. Okay. So what do I hope for? I hope there's an awareness. I hope, honestly, my awareness is for the other actors in the room. Sutton Foster did an interview with Britton Smith, and he asked her, okay, in the past versus now, if you saw something racist happen in a rehearsal room, what would you do? And she said, in the past, if I saw anything racist, I wouldn't say anything. Just like that. Because that was her truth. They didn't hire me to be that. They hired me to show up and say these words. Wow. And so I hope that our white colleagues and peers, the people that we are standing next to on the stage, I want them to be aware. Because if the ones whose names are above the title, the ones who have the star dressing rooms, the ones who have some kind of power, if they can be vocal and we all can stand together, I think that's how it has to work. I'm not expecting these $1 million big producer people to suddenly walk in all kumbaya and I get it. I don't expect that, because that to me doesn't make sense. To me, if those of us who are doing the work, if we have each other's backs, if something happens and I know she gonna stand with me and he gonna stand with me and we all gonna be on the same page, and if we need to
got your back,
take a 10-minute break and we need to stop and pause, if that can be greater, I feel like we will have accomplished something. I'm not expecting the world, because I think that's not realistic. I'm expecting producers to do what they have to do to protect themselves, to keep themselves from being called out or on somebody's New York Times list. I am expecting us actors, because that's always where the change comes from anyway. So to me, if I can walk into a space and at least feel like I'm not alone, and if some shit goes down, then my people are going to have my back, that's what I want to walk into. And if I can start seeing it trickle upwards, if I can start seeing creative teams being more aware, if I can start seeing it not be 17 white people behind a table, I feel like slow but steady. And I also I want to see more Black people and people of color breaking off and creating our own. I want to see more theater companies. I want to see more just us doing us, because we don't need permission to be great and to create our own work. Like, Broadway is Broadway, but a lot of us have gotten to Broadway and been like, oh, this ain't all that. Broadway has been the end all be all for so long. And then we get here and we're like, oh, but it's just racist. Oh, but it's stifling. It's unsafe. And so I'm like, oh, let's just open a little off-Broadway theater that's Black as fuck. And we over here doing great, challenging, amazing work. And then if we end up on Broadway, sure. But like, I want our goal to be like telling great stories and doing great work in the community, building community. So honestly, that's what I'm hopeful for.
Love that. There's a quote I wrote it down. I think I got it from your Instagram page. It says, what is coming is better than what is gone. And in terms of this pandemic and everything that is happening, do you believe that today?
I do. I think we're tired. And
yes, I am.
I think like we aren't going to let the same stuff that we let, like you said earlier, when you experienced like, is that a microaggression? And you were like, is that a thing? I feel like we're not going to let that happen anymore. I feel like gone are the days where we're suffering in silence, when we're running to the bathroom during the 10-minute break and crying in the corner, where we are just like swallowing it and pushing it down and pretending. I think that's not going to happen anymore, because I think we have all had time to reflect, reevaluate, pool our resources, talk to our friends and say, okay, you know what? They might not have figured it out, but we have figured it out. We're not going to tolerate this. We're not going to stand for this. We're not going to allow, if I see somebody talking to one of my brothers and sisters and out of line, out the side of their mouth, I'm stepping in. Like, I feel us collectively coming together being like, nah, no more of that. So I honestly think the worst is behind us. I think we are going to do everything in our power to make sure we don't go backwards.
Amber, thank you for coming on tonight.
Thank you for having me.
You are the bomb.com. The bomb. Y'all, seriously, please check her out. You've got the best website that I have ever been to. The best website I've ever been to.
Thank you.
What is it? Just I'll post it.
I will myself. I wrote the theme song that opens the webpage. I love that little website.
Anointed.
Thank you.
Anointed. All right. Thank you so much for coming on. You're the bomb. Thank you, girl.
Thank you. This was so much fun. Bye.